Haunted Pines. Welcome to Haunted Pines. True and bizarre stories including the paranormal, true crime, extraterrestrials, monsters, and more. I'm Nomar Slevik, and tonight's story takes us to Kentucky during a very difficult time. This is the Flood Goblins. Part 1. The Flood. This episode has been adapted from an article by Laura Eli Smith. Quote, "Lord willing, and the creek don't rise." End quote. That's more than a turn of phrase in Appalachia. It's a prayer. And in the summer of 2022, the creek rose higher than anyone could imagine. Heavy rains poured over eastern Kentucky for days, 16 inches in some places. By Thursday night, July 28th, everything broke loose. Tim Deaton Conway woke to his husband Chad, shaking him awake. Moments later, their car was being swept down the driveway. The barn where their cattle slept was already filling with water. They grabbed a flashlight and ran barefoot into the storm. The road had turned into a river. Lightning lit the mountains as they fought their way through the current, clinging to trees to keep from being washed away. The couple swam into the barn to free their trapped animals. They saved the cows, but lost 150 chickens, several cars, and most of their farm equipment. By dawn, the world they knew was unrecognizable. Trees, trucks, entire houses floated downstream. But the floods had brought more than destruction. Something else came down those hollers. Something that no one was ready for. Part 2. The Goblins Appear. The first sighting came from a husband and wife driving along Highway 15. Not long after the floodwaters receded. They spotted what looked like two small children standing by the road. The couple slowed down and were ready to help. But when their headlights caught the figures, they realized they weren't children at all. Each one was about 2 or 3 feet tall, gray-skinned. One of them was naked. The other was wearing what looked like a leather kilt. The second creature rocked back and forth on the ground, hands pressed to its head like it was in pain. The husband and wife sped away. When they got to town, they told anyone who would listen about the Flood Goblins. And that's when the stories began to spread. Laura Eli Smith, the author of tonight's account, heard the story and went straight to Gwen Johnson, a respected voice in the community, and a woman she described as, quote, an authority on all things mountain, end quote. Without hesitation, Gwen said, quote, "I've seen him," end quote. Part 3. Gwen's Goblin. One late August evening, Laura gathered with friends to record Gwen's story. Here's what she said. Quote, "This has been 2 or 3 years ago, and I ain't told nobody. because I was afraid somebody would bother them. So this little being flew in front of my truck." Someone interrupted. "Wait a minute, flew? With wings?" "Yes," Gwen said, "and it had wings, but it wasn't a fairy like we think of fairies. He ain't purty." End quote. The creature swooped toward her truck, and when she slammed on the brakes, it disappeared. She got out and searched the road, and later, when she reached home, it appeared again. She thought it might have clung to her truck the whole way back. She continued, quote, "So we get down in that valley, and I swear to you on all that is holy, there were 2 of them that came out of nowhere." End quote. She described them as small, gray, elf-like creatures that vanished into the tree line. Gwen never saw them again, but she was adamant they were real. And she warned others not to bother them. Part 4. The Paramedic. Next came Bo Morgan, a paramedic from Tennessee who came north to help with the flood relief efforts. They weren't looking for anything supernatural. They were there to deliver oxygen tanks, medicine, bandages, and anything else he could do to help those trapped in the hollers. But one afternoon, Bo saw what they thought was a toddler in a ditch, so he pulled over and froze. The thing wasn't human. It was about 1.5 feet tall, with pointy ears, long fingers, and huge black eyes. Its skin looked burned, almost like it was decomposing, and it wore a bib made from animal hide. Bo said, quote, "It looked exactly like Dobby from Harry Potter." End quote. That night, Bo parked near a friend's house, preparing to sleep in the truck. While the radio played softly, they noticed a silhouette standing at the forest's edge. It had the same pointed ears, the same black eyes, and then his radio cut out. A high-pitched frequency, squealing static emanated from the radio, and then silence. When the porch light came on from his friend's house, the creature was gone, and the radio went back to normal. Quote, "The feeling I got was like this energy drawing me in, like they needed help." End quote. Bo didn't feel any fear, only awe, gobsmacked as he put it. Part 5. Legends Beneath the Mountain. As words spread, the internet filled with sightings, and researchers pointed to older encounters for comparison. There was the Hopkinsville Goblins of 1955, the Tommyknockers of the Mines, and the Moon-Eyed People of Cherokee legend. Those ones were described as pale, underground dwellers with great black eyes. Could these modern sightings be echoes or relatives of these creatures seen in Kentucky? Perhaps they had always been there, deep in the veins of the state, in the rock and the coal. Or could they be, as one psychiatrist suggested, hallucinations? The mind's way of coping with trauma, the result of stress and grief from the floods. Folklorist Matthew Sparks offered another suggestion that these encounters might just help communities make sense of disaster. He said, quote, "There are many reasons folklore emerges out of conflict. When you get hit with a 1,000-year flood, it's a way of reclaiming and controlling the narrative." End quote. So maybe the goblins weren't monsters at all. Maybe they were mirrors. Reflections of fear and loss and the will to survive during these floods. Part 6. What Remains. Months passed. Thousands of homes were destroyed. 45 people had died. But the communities, they came together and rebuilt. Even through the grief and red tape, people still spoke of the goblins and what they might have meant. No new sightings have been reported, and Gwen, ever protective of her folklore, has asked folks to leave the goblins alone. Tim, the farmer who nearly drowned that night, believes they came to help. He said, quote, "People needed something to occupy their minds, something to help us heal," end quote. And maybe that's what these goblins did. They gave people wonder again, a strange, tender kind of hope, even as the world that they knew washed away. These are stories of confronting the unknown without fear, and they're an invitation to keep living, to keep going, to survive. What are your thoughts? Do you believe in the Flood Goblins of Kentucky? Have you seen anything similar? Feel free to reach out and let us know. At Haunted Pines Pod on Instagram, or email us at hauntedpinespod@gmail.com. If you enjoyed tonight's story, please share the Haunted Pines podcast with someone who loves true tales and the unexplained. You can find other strange stories in my books, Humanoid Encounters, Granite Skies, UFOs over Maine, and my latest work, In the Pines. Check the show notes for links. Until next time, always be aware of your surroundings, for the night belongs to the ghosts. I'm Nomar Slevik, and this is Haunted Pines.